Welcome to the Gospel Road. We are just a few days away from Thanksgiving. It's this Thursday, so it's going to be a short work week, and I'm sure we are all looking forward to that. I hope all is going well as we are beginning to hear and see the Christmas sounds, thanks to commercials, radio stations across the world, across the country. Oh, my. I'd say the smells, but I've not ran across any of the smells yet. Now, it doesn't mean there could not be certain bakeries that you've already gone to, and there have been the smells. But it is that time of year. It is that time of season to get ready for Christmas. Again, Thanksgiving this week. So what is it that you are grateful for, thankful for? Especially being this year, because it's so different from last year. I have some people that I've talked to, some friends, and they're excited because they're actually seeing family they haven't seen for a couple of years because they're able to do that now with people traveling. And it's also a different time. Just because the world, how we're still fighting, not looking for ways to come together, to support one another. It is almost as if we're trying to might be a strong word, but I will use it. Kill one another. Why would you say that? Well, this is why. Because we've really gotten to the my way or the highway way of thinking. Many are just following, being good soldiers, being good sheep, doing what they're told, not asking questions. But we've had that conversation many times before. Interesting how I say, what are you grateful for and thankful for? And then I come into this. And I mean, I'm thankful that we're in a free country. That I am. And I'm thankful for the opportunities. I'm thankful for the conversations that I have, good and bad. Though they can be frustrating. But we need to make sure that we are holding back our tongue. Make sure that we are not the ones stirring up the chaos. I know everyone is really in this turmoil because they're not sure. I'm not sure. But at the same time, we are in this situation. I'm not needing people to tell me how to deal with my health care, how to run my life. I mean, it's just not fair. It's not the way people are to be. At least for us, we're not in a police state like other countries that are going through the major crackdowns. But the concerns that I have is what this is going to do to us, not just as a country, but as a world, financially. It's already hurt us. And that's one of the conversations I've had lately on how it has and how are we going to bounce back? Are we going to bounce back? I had a conversation with one that, maybe it's going to be 5 to 10 years. It's going to take time for us to come back from this. But then I have another conversation that I had yesterday that like, we're not. We are falling so far down a rabbit hole. Not sure we can come out of it. And the way they're figuring out how to come out of it is spending more money, and I'm not sure that is the right answer either. Lots of decisions are being made without much thought. They say they're thinking, but if they're thinking, I don't know who's doing the thinking because it is not boding well. And this has been said something for years, at least for our country, because, we're running on this debt, which they keep raising the debt ceiling. It'd be like me raising my ability for loans, but I'm never paying them back. But I need more money. Raising my personal debt ceiling. My credit limit. But I can't do that as an individual. But interesting how you can do that as a country. I don't get it. It's economics. By the way, I've got some friends, if you're needing a website, you're needing an app, anything to that, even software help, design, Ingenuity Company. Be sure to check them out. IngenuityCompany.com. They can help you with that. Great guys over there, so be sure to head on over and check them out. We're going to look at James 4 today. I almost feel like I'm kind of rolling into some soapbox, and I don't really want to do that. I'm trying to, and maybe I should, just because I'm getting so frustrated and angry. But we have to be careful because we still need to respect. And that's what I'm seeing is the lack of respect that people are giving one another, a lack of respect our own government is giving individuals, and we are individuals. We choose, we decide. It's always interesting how they can use certain terms when it suits them. We hear it all the time, my body, my choice. Except until we decide it's not. James 4, what causes quarrels? What causes fights among you? Is it not this, that your passions are at war within you? You desire and do not have, so you murder. You covet, and you cannot obtain, so you fight and quarrel. You do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive, but you ask wrongly, to spend it on your passions, you adulterous people. Do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Or do you suppose it is to no purpose that the scripture says he yearns jealousy over the Spirit that he has made to dwell in us? But he gives more grace. Therefore, it says, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Be wretched, and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, and your joy to gloom. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will exalt you. Do not speak evil against one another, brothers. The one who speaks against a brother or judges his brother speaks evil against the law and judges the law. But if you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is only one lawgiver and judge, he who is able to save and to destroy. But who are you to judge your neighbor? Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. Yet, you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. So, whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him, it is a sin. James 4. That's where we are. Speaking evil against one another. Again, this is nothing new. Same fight for 5,000 years. Because that's what we do. We judge. We speak against one another. We fight. We poke the bear. We throw gas on the fire. We should not be doing this because we need to be building up one another. We need to be helping one another. We need to be loving one another to help us be the best that we can be, to really make our way to that finish line. You know, life is a race. Life is the longest marathon you will ever run. So what is your endurance to make it to the end? How are you keeping yourself strong to make it to the end? We are dealing with people daily. Extrovert, introvert, we're dealing with people daily. In one way or another. You may still be working from home, but you're still emailing, having conversations, either via text, direct messaging, may still be on the phone having some phone conversations. It could be through Zoom, Skype, Teams. But we're still connected, just in a different way. Again, everyone is dealing with everything different. Where some companies are bringing back, some companies are saying stay away. None of them have the complete answer on what to do, how to deal with it. So each company is dealing with it in their own way. But everything that's being done, things that are being said, It's still turning us against each other, not bringing us together. Again, we need to be helping one another be the best that we can be, not tearing someone down, not kicking them when they're down. We need to help them up to keep moving forward. But we're not doing that. We're kicking them down so we can do better than they are, so we can get ourselves into a better position. But what about them? We are losing and missing love. I'm not sure I should say losing. I should just say we're still missing love. Loving one another. Loving yourself. Loving God. Because again, these are not new issues, situations. Because they've been dealing with the same thing in one form or another since the beginning. We've not grown. We've not learned. We've not become better. And I'm certainly not going to say we've become smarter, because I do not think we have. We might have learned to do things quicker. We might have learned to do things more convenient. But that's about it. So much is happening. So much is going on. And the question is, are you part of the solution? Or are you part of the problem? Do you do? Do you watch? Or do you just not? We have to make choices every day. We have to be careful with those choices that we make every day. Because the choice that we can make can affect everyone. What causes you to fight? Why not respect one another and have a conversation? I'm not saying you're going to agree. We shouldn't expect to agree. But we should respect one another. Love one another. Help one another. James 4. Read that for you. How does it help you be better today than you were yesterday? How does it help you to grow to be better tomorrow than today? How does it help you encourage others to be better? To not think of yourself, but to think of everyone in a whole. Things are being twisted in so many different ways today that you're not sure what to believe, how to think, because they're not even using things in the right terms anymore. We need to be careful. Be cautious. There's conversations I'm not even able to have outside of my home anymore because of this. Because people can be so militant. All I'm saying is we have a brain and we need to use it. We need to figure out what it is that we need to do. Think. Plan. Study. Research. Learn. Again, being able to make that decision for yourself. Being allowed to make that decision for yourself. Having the right information to make that decision. James 4. Read that. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, be sure to share it with others on social media. In fact, you can find me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, My Buddy Jimmy. YouTube, My Buddy Jimmy 101. Did I throw Instagram in there too? Also My Buddy Jimmy. As well as MyBuddyJimmy.com. You can find all the other podcasts that I do, from story reads to my word of the day and whatever else that comes out of my brain, which no one wants to be in my brain. But sometimes I share it. I mean, look at this podcast. I pretty much share with this show. And I have to. Because the one thing I need to encourage you is to be able to think, to use your mind, to be able to use your brain, to be able to have a conversation, to be able to respect one another, to love one another, to encourage and build up one another. Thank you for listening to The Gospel Road. Have a great day. God bless.
Spinal adjustments provided by Dr. Chad Rolfson. The Spinal Tuning Chiropractic Center is a Des Moines area low flat fee per month unlimited chiropractic care practice. When life happens, just adjust. Schedule today at spinaltuning.com.
Barbecue provided by Kenny's Rib Wagon, catering ribs for your pleasure and serving daily at Plaza Pub, 62nd and Douglas in Des Moines, across from Merle Hay Mall. Find Kenny's Rib Wagon on Facebook.
The Jimmy Olsen Radio Network.